Derek Broaddus and his wife Maria had found their dream house in 2014, but they quickly started receiving bizarre, threatening letters after moving in. The writer of the letters was clearly very familiar with the home and the lives of the Broadduses, including personal details that made it clear he or she was watching the house. Lines like "Do you know what lives in the walls of 657 Boulevard and do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested" naturally sent the Broadduses into a full-blown panic. You can spend hours going down online rabbit holes of theories as to who sent the notes, or just spend 7 with Ryan Murphy and Dean Brennan and their highly fictionalized version of this crazy story, which is tonally adrift and clouds the impossible-to-believe events instead of illuminating them. There are so many themes that could be unpacked through the details of the true story of the Watcher, but Murphy and his team don't trust the facts, adding more and more ridiculous twists with every episode, until the whole thing collapses under any suspension of disbelief. They're not interested in character, mood, or anything really but a metronomic revealing of twists because they think that momentum is the only thing that will keep people watching. The Watcher is the kind of thing that would have been a network TV movie of the week in the 70s or 80s, which me. And this one comes from one of the most prolific men in TV history, Ryan Murphy, following the success of Dahmer, Monster, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story and giving his fans another spooky season treat before American Horror Story, NYC next week. But Murphy and his team lack the wit and campy energy they once had. Compare this to Murphy's massive franchise launcher, American Horror Story, Murder House. This should feel like an echo of that first season given it's once again about an average family who move into a cursed home, although no rubber men in this one. And yet this project lags so much in comparison, failing to find the danger in its subject matter. Despite flashes of escapist camp, it's an exercise in overwriting instead of anything that ever seems to reach for the creepy, unsettling instability that used to mark Murphy's best projects. The Broadduses have been reimagined as Nora, Naomi Watts, and Dean Brannock, Bobby Cannavale, who move into 657 Boulevard with 2 kids instead of the actual Broaddus 3, although that's only the first of dozens of changes to the true story. Just a warning that almost none of this actually happened. I generally have no problem with creators taking a true story and using it to build something artistically interesting, but The Watcher just keeps expanding and expanding, adding new rooms to this TV story in a way total haphazard and often unnecessary.